Good morning, everybody. The topic for discussion today is Ashta Lakshmi Stotram. All of you must have, or most of you must have heard, and you also must be singing it every day or on every Friday. But there is something very interesting associated with Ashta Lakshmi Stotram. As per astrology, number 8 is considered to be inauspicious. If you look at the horoscope, if you have a little idea about the horoscope reading, you will know that the 8th house is considered to be inauspicious. Planets that occupy the 8th house, planets whose a planet which is the owner of the 8th house, and the Mahadasha, Antardasha, and Pratyantardasha of the Lord of 8th house, if that period is running, it is considered inauspicious for an individual. So this Ashtamam somehow has some inauspicious aspect associated with it. But the goddess who bestows prosperity, wealth, all material comforts is goddess Lakshmi. And we have this Ashta Lakshmi Stotram where we see 8 different manifestations of the goddess. So how is it that a number which is inauspicious is associated with the goddess which is responsible for anything auspicious that happens in your life? So the interesting story is, one day, Brihaspati, Devaguru Brihaspati, and all sages were calculating the energies associated with the mantras of different gods. And they found that this Om Namo Narayanaya mantram of Vishnu is Ashtakshari, and it had more and more energy. So they were puzzled and they thought, how is this that number 8 is associated with Lord Vishnu's mantra? And does it not have anything inauspicious associated with it? So they put forth this question to Narada Muni. And Narada Muni had no answer. And he got worried because all the time he chants Ashtakshari mantra. So he rushed to Lord Vishnu. He asked him to solve this riddle rather. He said, your mantra has got 8 letters in it. How do I protect myself from any inauspiciousness? And how you are protected from anything ill? Any bad effect of the number 8. Then Lord Vishnu smiles, looks at Mahalakshmi and says that this is a secret which only she knows. So you ask her. So Narada Muni asks her to tell how he can get rid of it or what is the secret behind it. She says that, I know 8 is associated with inauspicious aspect and it is ruled by Jyeshtha. And I also know that it is my responsibility to protect my Lord. So, I manifest myself in 8 forms and I exist in 8 directions, all 8 directions at the same time, all the time. So, wherever Lord Vishnu goes, I appear before him as a Shakunam, as a good omen. And that is how he is protected from any kind of inauspicious event that might take place. And I always accompany him. I'm always with him. I never leave him. So when I am there, nothing bad can take place. I'm always with him. In Ramavatara, she was with him as Sita. In Krishna Avatara, she was with him as Rukmini. And she is all the time present in 8 directions, in 8 different forms. Those are these, that is what you have, Ashta Lakshmi. Ashta Lakshmi are 8 different manifestations of Lakshmi, which exist in all 8 directions at the same point of time. So Narada Muni becomes very happy on learning this, and he says that I want to publicize this. I want to tell everybody that you all pray Ashtalakshmi and you will be prevented from any unexpected, inauspicious event that may take place in your life. So then Lakshmi and Narayana, they both bless him so that he gets the required knowledge. And then he starts preaching and asks Ganesha to write it down. And that information was later passed on to Kubera and then to Vedavyasa. And then he incorporated it into Brahmanda Purana. So in Brahmanda Purana, we have Ashtalakshmi Stotram incorporated into Brahmanda Purana by Vedavyasa. Of the 8 Ashtalakshmis that you have, the first one is Adi Lakshmi, also called Adi Vara Lakshmi. Today we will talk about only Adi Lakshmi because I will need quite some time to discuss the incidents associated with each manifestation of Lakshmi in the 8 forms that she exists. So today we'll only look at Adi Lakshmi. Now this Adi Vara Lakshmi, who was the first to have worshipped her? You have recently performed Varalakshmi Puja, and maybe you all are thinking the first person to perform Varalakshmi Puja is Charumati. But the first, the person or the goddess, the deity who first performed Varalakshmi Vratam was goddess Parvati. And why did she do it? Narada Muni once came to her in Kailasha, and then he started describing the Swargalokam. Indra's Swargalokam is so beautiful. Vishnu's Vaikuntham is so beautiful. Then Parvati thought that I should also have a dream home of that kind. And then she expresses her desire to Lord Shiva. She says, I also want to have a dream home. So he says, then you do this puja, you do this Varalakshmi Vratam, and Goddess Lakshmi will bless you. Then your desire will get fulfilled. So she performs this Varalakshmi Puja, and Adi Varalakshmi appears in front of her and she blesses her. Then Goddess Parvati calls Vishwakarma and orders him to construct a city, which is more beautiful than Indra's Swargalokam and Vishnu's Vaikuntham. And that is how the Swarnalanka came into existence. Swarnalanka was built, and Goddess Parvati was very happy. Then she asked Lord Shiva to appoint or make arrangements for a Purohit for their Graha Pravesh. Lord Shiva wanted to teach Parvati a lesson in the sense he wanted to tell her that their real abode, their real place is the place where true bhaktas are present. It should not be concerned with the physical appearance of the place. So what he does, he appoints a Purohit. He thinks, I am to appoint a Purohit, so I will appoint a Purohit, one who likes to rule, one who likes to do good to the praja in that particular place, who wants to live there, who likes to rule and then have a control over that area, kind of. So he appoints Ravanasura, Ravana Brahma. He was a Brahmin. So he calls Ravana, and Ravana performs their Graha Pravesha very well. While performing, he looks at Swarnalanka and thinks, this is a place where I should live. What is Lord Shiva going to do here? And after the Graha Pravesh Puja protocol gets over, Parvati Devi feels very happy and she says that I'm very pleased with the way you have performed the Graha Pravesh. So you ask anything that you want, I will grant you a boon. He was only waiting for this opportunity. So he said, I want this Swarnalanka. So Goddess Parvati leaves Swarnalanka to Ravana and they go back to Kailasha. When this incident reaches the ears of Ganesha and Kartikeya, they become very sad. They feel that their mother is unhappy because her desire could not be fulfilled, and they recollect that long time back, once on the banks of river Ganga, when Goddess Parvati was spending time in the evening, she found the place to be very beautiful and wanted to stay there. So both brothers go to the king who ruled Varanasi, Kashi. And they go to Devodasa and they say that we want to buy this city for our mother. So he refuses. He refuses. He insults Shiva also. He is a Shiva Dveshi. So they have a fight. And in the fight, both brothers kill everybody in the city, including the king. With blood dripping out of their bodies, they go to Kailasha and they inform their parents what they have done. They say that we have got the city for you. We wanted to gift it to you, and this is how we have acquired it. So Shiva and Parvati feel very bad for what their children did. And they go to Kashi and see that they're all skulls and all dead remains of creatures. There's not one living creature there. So Parvati decides to make atonements to the sin that they acquired. And she cooks and serves. She cooked and served for one complete yuga to all creatures, to all paupers. And the first pauper to receive bhiksha from her was Shiva. So she was in the form of Annapurna then, and Shiva was the first person to take bhiksha from her. That's why he's called Adi Bhikshu. And she spent one complete yoga there, and then Shiva decides to settle down there. He settles down. He settles in Kashi, and the goddess Parvati just looks at him as he settles down there. And with widened eyes, she just looks at him. That is why she's called Visalakshi. Visalakshi. And that is where he is as Vishwanatha, Vishweshwara. So, and he says that this is a place that I will protect at all times. Even at the Pralaya Kalam, I will protect this city by holding it at the tip of my trident, my Trishula. And anybody who dies in Kashi, I shall whisper Om Namah Shivaya, Panchakshari Mantram, I shall personally whisper into their ears. So that is how they settle down in that place. And this is the story associated with Adivara Lakshmi. The second in sequence is Dhanya Lakshmi, about which we will learn in the next week. We'll learn about Dhanya Lakshmi next Friday. So don't miss my session on next Friday. Those of you who are watching my channel for the first time, please subscribe and share it among your friends. If you find this to be interesting, do like it. Number of likes are a motivation to the new viewers. So I will be singing the Ashtalakshmi Stotram. You can listen to it multiple times and grasp the tune, because each stanza is in a different tune. It's not in a single ragam. Each stanza is in a different ragam. So it will take some time for you to grasp the tune. So to make it a point to listen to it every day and get the blessings of Goddess Lakshmi. Sumanasa Vandita Sundari Madhavi Chandra Sahodari Hemamaye. Sumanasa Vandita Sundari Madhavi Chandra Sahodari Hemamaye. Munigana Vandita Moksha Pradayini Manjula Bhashini Vedanute. Munigana Vandita Moksha Pradayini Manjula Bhashini Vedanute. Pankajavasini Devasu Pujit Sadgunavarshini Shantiyute. Jaya Jaya He Madhusudana Kamini Adi Lakshmi Sada Palayamam. Adi Lakshmi Sada Palayamam. Aikali Kalmasha Nashini Kamini Vaidika Rupini Vedamaye. Aikali Kalmasha Nashini Kamini वैदिकरूपिणी वेदमये क्षीरसमुद्भव मङ्गलरूपिणी मन्त्रनिवासिनी मन्त्रनुते मङ्गलदायिनि अम्बुजवासिनि देवगणाश्रित पादयुते जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनी धान्यलक्ष्मी सदा पालय मां जय वरवर्षिणि वैष्णवी भार्गवी मन्त्रस्वरूपिणी मन्त्रमये सुरगणपूजित शीघ्रफलप्रद ज्ञानविकासिनी शास्त्रनुते भवभयहारिणी पापविमोचनी साधुजनाश्रित पादयुते जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनी धैर्यलक्ष्मी सदा पालय मां जय जय दुर्गतिनाशिनी कामिनी सर्वफलप्रद शास्त्रमये जय जय दुर्गतिनाशिनी कामिनी सर्वफलप्रद शास्त्रमये रथ गज तुरग पदादि समावृत परिजन मंडित लोकनुते हरिहर ब्रह्म सुपूजित सेवित ताप निवारिणी पादयुते जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनी गजलक्ष्मी रूपेण पालय मां गजलक्ष्मी रूपेण पालय माम् ऐ खगवाहिनी मोहिनी चक्रिणी रागविवर्धिनी ज्ञानमये ऐ खगवाहिनी मोहिनी चक्रिणी रागविवर्धिनी ज्ञानमये गुणगणवारिधि लोकहितैषिणि स्वर सप्तभूषिणि गाननुते सकल सुरासुर देव मुनीश्वर मानव वंदित पादयुते सकल सुरासुर देव मुनीश्वर मानव वंदित पादयुते जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनी संतान लक्ष्मी तु पालय मां संतान लक्ष्मी तु पालय मां जय कमलासनी सद्गतिदायिनी ज्ञान विकासिनी गानमये अनुदिनमर्चित कुङ्कुमधूसर भूषित वासित वाद्यनुते कनकधारा स्तुति वैभव वन्दित शङ्कर देशिक मान्यपदे जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनी विजयलक्ष्मी सदा पालय मां विजयलक्ष्मी सदा पालय मां प्रणत सुरेश्वरी भारती भार्गवे शोकविनाशिनी रत्नमये मणिमय भूषित कर्णविभूषण शांति समावृत हास्य मुखे नवनिधिदायिनी कलिमलहारिणी कामित फलप्रद हस्तयुते जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनि विद्यालक्ष्मी सदा पालय माम् जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनि विद्यालक्ष्मी सदा पालय माम् दिमे दिमे दिन दिमे दिन दिमे दिन दिमे दुन्दुभिनादसु पूर्णमये गुम गुम गुङ्गुम 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 शङ्खनिनादसु वाद्यनुते वेद पुराण इतिहास सुपूजित वैदिक मार्ग प्रदर्शयुते जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनि धनलक्ष्मी रूपेण पालय माम् धनलक्ष्मी रूपेण पालय माम्